Alright, so it's been a while since my last update here, but I've been working hard. Here is what the cockpit of the Viper Mark II looks like now. I've primed it, I've assembled it. Nothing has been permanently glued yet. I still have to finish some decaling and painting before I set anything into place permanently. However, it's looking pretty sharp. Now, you may notice there's some little bits and features here that are just, you can tell there's paper that's been used on this, and well, that's because that crap is really tough to cut out. These decals are tiny. So I've done a little bit of like rough paint, and I've done a little bit of the decal work. I've also been working on putting in the transparent decals that are going to let the light come through, and those decals are right up here in the cockpit and right here on this console. So, and then there's a couple that are in here, but I don't think they're going to show up very well. Up in this area is very hard to get the decals in where these three holes are, but it worked. So what I did is I assembled to this point. I had everything taken out separately. You notice when I primed, I left the back white because that way the green LED will shine through. The bottom is also primed. I've primed everything I can on this cockpit. It makes for a very snug fit in the actual, involved with the body and the fuselage, but it's going to look really cool when it comes out. Now there are two other pieces, these guys right here, that go on the side of the cockpit, if I can get them on there. And those guys kind of will close the rest of the cockpit off. There are some decal that go on those as well, but no one will really see those. I don't think that outside of the lighting, I don't think the cockpit is going to be a huge piece. Everybody's going to look at the finished piece, but so that's kind of what the finished cockpit looks like. Now, what else I've done is I went through and I blacked out the interior of the the Viper fuselage. So I've blacked this out. Why? Why didn't I just use primer? Well, primer would be for this side. As you can see, I got a little black there. The blackout is to prevent LED leak. So when the LEDs are coming through and shining, I'm not going to see leak on this side. We don't want that. So we have blacked out that area. Now I've also blacked out the back interior of the thrusters. Now the front is fine, but the back interior, I haven't taken this off yet. I've blacked this out as well because we're going to have LEDs poking in all three of these holes, so we want to make sure that we don't have a lot of leak on that. So I still have to unwrap this guy, but that's kind of what I've been up to today. And so stay tuned next time as I'm going to show you just what it looks like with the green light. Yay!